Who was your favourite teacher at school?
I would say my favourite teacher was Mr. Chenoweth. He was my woodwork teacher. At the time, probably didn't hit it off with him straight away, but as I got older and through secondary school, he was definitely one of my favourite teachers.
Dr. Ball, he's an English teacher that I had, and when he was like reading out Shakespeare and that to us when we were in school, he would often jump on the table if he was trying to really emphasise a point. So that added a lot of energy and excitement to our class.
Mr. Buchanan, my Year 12 PE teacher, he was really supportive. He was just awesome. He got along with everyone really well, and he was a great support for everybody in Year 12, really.
When I was in, I'll say high school, 𝓐𝓹𝓹𝓻𝓮, he also helped me because with basketball things too as well, because he played basketball and he really took me under his wing and he helped me out.
My grandmother was a teacher growing up, my dad's teacher, so I think my grandma was my favorite teacher of all time, even though I was never in her class.
I remember when I came back over from America to Australia, I was with a teacher called Mr. Jolly, and he helped get me in line. I was I get in trouble a lot when I was little, and then he really helped me get on the right track, which is great.
Helen Adams was one of my primary school teachers. Her son Graham was a keen basketballer for the 𝓐𝓹𝓹𝓻𝓮. Sadly passed away, but we had a really good relationship. She was a maths teacher among other things, but yeah, still someone who stays in touch with me today.
Did you get into any trouble in school?
I did a little bit when I was younger, but not so much when I was older. Mr. Jolly really put me in line. He was very disciplinarian, that guy, and I got a few detentions when I was younger, but it really stopped after about Year 4. So I really got shocked into line.
Remember my first day of secondary school, I walked in and one of I think it was our Italian teacher, tried to give me a bit of a joke, and I gave him one right back and looked over his bald head, and I remember I got sent straight to detention. So that was my first day at school. Mum and Dad weren't too pleased with that one.
I think it's really important to have around to show appreciation to the teachers, They help shape the future, and these young minds are our futures, and so their job is of the utmost importance to make sure that we have a good world to live in when we get older.
It plays a huge part because sometimes they can be a role model for the kids.
A lot of my mates now have gone into the teaching field, and talking to them, you understand how hard it is and how hard they work.
Teachers sometimes spend more time with kids more than their parents do, so I think it's really important to recognise how important they are in development of kids and just like kids' lives in general.